Hey guys, I'm Richard Fitzgerald. This is Dubai Works, where we interview the business leaders making a difference in this great city.
That business with scalability was very interesting to me.
I like building something that has legacy.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Dubai Works Business Podcast. Today we've got two very special guests, Payam and Honari and Ziad. Tariq. They are both co-founders of ADASAT, the region's leading platform for premium eyewear. So they've got 25 years of expertise in the optical field, and the founders launched ADASAT in September 2019, so less than 2 years ago. Today, they've transformed the way consumers approach eyewear solutions with their focused approach to online shopping, offering authentic and genuine sunglasses, prescription glasses and contact lenses in the region. We're going to talk about the story of ADASAT and how the two guys came together to launch it, the optical industry, e-commerce, and then the potential in the region. So welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How you go? So this is Payam and this is Ziad.
Payam and Ziad.
Yeah,
sorry.
Payam and Ziad.
Yeah.
Cool. So thanks for coming in. And just
Thank you very
before
much
off
for
air,
having
you
us
guys
here.
know each other a long time.
Yeah. Payam and I go way back. We were childhood friends.
We're in the same neighborhood, so
we were in the same neighborhood,
Same
since
school.
days.
Okay, in
So-
Dubai.
in Dubai.
In
Wow.
Dubai.
Both of
we
us
grew
are
up-
born and raised here. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So we grew up together, and we also decided to have a couple of ventures together, and ADASAT was one of the ventures we decided.
Okay, so it's amazing to have two childhood friends to create a business together many years later. That's pretty cool. But yeah, so tell us about, so you're kind of entrepreneurs then, I guess, if you've different, are you more, Payam, are you more entrepreneurial, or is Ziad, or are you both entrepreneurial?
So we both are. Payam's got different businesses. I have different businesses aside. But the reason why we came up with ADASAT was we have an optical business as well, and we were wondering, customers were coming in asking for prescription lenses that weren't always available in the shelves, and they were wondering if there was a way where they could just order them online or reserve them, and we didn't have the capabilities. So we were thinking back in 2015, we're like, let's come up with an idea that could be a solution to this problem. And we came up with a lot of research, and we're like, there are companies out there, but let's see their errors first. And
a lot of customer behavior. We had to study a lot of data. So like what Ziad is saying. So when we came up with the idea, so we wanted like a, how do you call it, like a hypermarket of, eyewear. So it would be easier. So we were studying a lot of things and research. So
Okay.
it was crazy, but yeah.
So essentially, that, as we said at the start, you have a lot of experience in the optical industry.
True.
And then, you spotted a gap, and essentially the solution is kind of an e-commerce play for eyewear.
yeah,
True.
yeah.
Okay. And was that easy to get going? No.
It never is. The thing is, with retail, because my background's from retail outlet, so with retail and transforming it to an e-commerce business, there's a lot of work required. What people don't get now is they think they can just open up an e-commerce platform, they'll get orders. No, that's not how it works.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, of course, with today's different platforms, they come up and put it here and put it there, but it's not that easy.
It's very competitive.
It's very
And you need
competitive.
to hire the right
Yeah.
amount of people, the right person for this, for right IT capabilities
Yeah.
for this type of business.
And how did, yeah, exactly. Like, we see these great stories about drop shipping and Shopify and Amazon Marketplace. We go,
Yeah.
oh, it's simple. You
Yeah.
just get a product and throw it up and you sell, but it's
Yeah.
not, it never works like that.
No.
But so how did you go about it? You're both sort of, is your background also retail? Or
Sorry?
is your background optical
Yes.
space? So you're both experts in optical space. You know what sunglasses are, what contact lenses are, whatever, and lenses.
Here, mostly Ziad is an optical,
Yeah,
because back then with that, like we used to do more to design,
yeah.
and we had how do you call it, Christmas decorations. We did the Dubai Mall one time. So for me, it was more
He was
into
more,
design.
He
Yeah.
His family business was into decorations, and then
Okay.
he handled the family business.
Yeah.
I was more into the optical field.
Yeah, so for
Okay.
me, it was always like managing and operating and this.
Operations.
So yeah,
Selling,
this-
retail, things like
yeah.
that.
So
Okay.
we're both.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then again, yeah. So the technical part wasn't there per se, and I guess you learned a lot of it. And how did you build it? Did you kind of license software? Did you build it from scratch? And where did you do it?
So we built it from scratch. So funny thing is, there's another guy as well who used to be with us. He was employed by us. He was the IT director of the company, and we gave him all the insights. We told him what exactly we required, and then afterwards he came up with a solution for us, and he showed us different platforms where we could launch the website. But we, of course, we wanted to be different from the rest of the companies, so we found a gap in the market, which is, I'll ask you for instance, when you want to buy sunglasses online, I'm not sure if you do, how would you buy them?
Probably on Amazon or something, or maybe I just Google, but I haven't had much
No,
success.
but what actually Ziad means, like, you want to try the sunglasses.
Yeah, you can.
So to be different, yes. So we have a box.
Okay.
So it's like a home try-on thing. So it's only for Dubai.
Yeah.
So you're either at your office or your home or anywhere else. You get to choose 4 glasses, and it has a mirror in it. And it's a heavy-duty box because of our delivery of the heat. It doesn't spoil the glasses. So you get it, driver waits, and then you get to try it on. So we have this kind of service, and it's free in Dubai.
Okay.
Yeah.
So exactly. Okay. So
you don't need to go to the store. We come to you.
Yeah.
You try it on. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't go. You know what people say with like 3D face mapping and virtual and digital. Not yet, but this is the first physical
This
part.
is the first physical part. The reason why I didn't go with the 3D mapping, we're gonna bring that artificial intelligence later.
Yeah.
Once our app's gonna be ready.
Yeah.
But we found a lot of errors in that. The number one error is when you're choosing a sunglass or a frame, and it's mapped to your face. It might look good, so when you get it, the size does not fit you, because that artificial intelligence there does not have the actual size of the frame fitting to your face.
Yeah.
So when you're online, they all fit, but in general, it doesn't. It's not like that. Yeah.
Okay. So that solves the sunglasses part. But what about the optician part, like the eye test and all that sort of stuff? How do you digitize that?
Okay. So that's something that I don't think we can, not at this point of time, and it's something that I would actually urge everyone who wears lenses or glasses, go to your optometrist and get your eye checked.
So the clinical part still exists. It's interesting. I overheard a conversation in the office the other day, and someone went. One of the guys, when the girls actually went and got a test, saw that their glasses were really expensive, went online with the score or whatever the number is, and bought the glasses.
Of course, when you have the prescription, we have an optometrist you call, and then it's. But when you have to have a checkup, you really have to go. I mean, like how Ziad was saying, it's very important.
Yeah.
This you cannot bring it to online. Of course, I wish something would come up in the future because these machines are huge.
Yeah.
They would come up with something portable. Which is, but still, it's ongoing. So it will be easier us to come to you.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, so you built ADASAT. What does it stand for? What does it mean?
Contact lenses.
In Arabic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. So contact lenses. So you contact lenses, and you do all the prescription. You service normal glasses, sunglasses, contact lenses.
Yes.
Okay, and is that most of your business at the moment, or? So it launched in September 2019, and have you kind of been doing the e-commerce thing of sort of doing performance marketing, growing customers, getting retention,
of course,
and some sort of maybe with contact lenses, there's subscription as well.
So retention is key here when it comes to contact lenses, and yes, we're introducing a subscription. What we call feature on our website very soon.
It's very important because like here with retention, like to have loyal customers, you need to bring them back. A lot of people think, okay, we sell and then that's it. But to us, it's not the way, it's very important to get them back here. Customer service comes here. So let's say when you call us or on WhatsApp or you call, the person actually knows about anything related to the eyes, like an update interest. So it's very important the person answering you knows something.
Yeah.
So the customer is happy here. So so it's not just to sell and that's it.
That's the difference with us as well.
It's very important.
Like you said, you probably go on Amazon or no, but then when it comes to contact lenses, these are medical products. You need to have a very knowledgeable person behind the desk talking to customers about their lenses, the material, the water that's involved, how much percentage water is involved in your lenses, the base curve of your lenses, then of course the prescription. So you need someone certified and he knows about these concerns of a customer. If she says I've got dry eyes, what do you recommend? You won't get this service from a company that sells every other product.
every other
Be
product.
You
focused
need
on it.
a very specialized website for this.
Yeah. And so for people who don't know your website, like what's different to a normal sort of e-commerce website where you pick out sunglasses?
So basically, we have a 4-hour delivery
This is
within
in Dubai.
Dubai.
In Dubai.
Yeah.
So we're very fast with our deliveries.
That's good.
It's just like ordering something from a grocery store. So, and we have the home try-on service where we make you touch and feel and try on the frames before you buy them. We have a loyalty program as well, where every order that you make,
So points.
you get something back in return.
Good.
It's called Sawa Points.
Okay.
And
Of course, free delivery, and we don't charge, of course.
and we just partnered up with a company for sustainability. So whenever you place an order with us and you have glasses that you do not want to use anymore,
Scratched.
or it's
Broken,
scratch,
Yeah.
bring it back to us. We'll recycle.
We're
them.
recycling.
Yeah, that's a good idea as well. Yeah, I mean, sunglasses particularly in a country like this, people go through them and lose them and
Yeah,
scratch
so
them
nothing
and
goes to
break
waste
them.
here. So at the end,
Yeah,
you can go.
I had a customer send me a pair of glasses that were chewed by his dog.
Oh.
He's like, "Can you repair them? Like, you want to recycle them?"
There's a friend of ours,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like, let's recycle it. So we couldn't do anything
yeah.
about it. So
it's good. It's good
Yes,
to have
it's
that
shoot.
element.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so going back, if you've got an optician, then why not just have a digital shop for that store? Why create a whole new brand?
We wanted to have a different entity for that.
Well, what's different about it?
The difference is that if you go to the optician, there'll be a difference in prices as well because he's giving you his service. You're going to him for consultations. So of course the prices in the optical store has to be a bit higher than online prices, and we have to be
Because there's
competitive.
more overheads and
Yes.
margins and stuff. Yeah.
And we have to be competitive with the other optical stores as well. So there's a difference in prices, and we actually thought about that, but then we kept arguing, and we were like, how can we go lower than all the other outlets? Like, it may not be fair, and plus the agencies involved, the agents for the brands, they're gonna come knocking at us and be like, you're selling this really cheap. Like,
Yeah, how do you do that?
Yeah.
And going back to the first insight that you mentioned, that the physical store mightn't have all the lenses available.
Yes.
But how do you solve that problem in the virtual store, in the website?
So
What's your sort of stock strategy in your last mile delivery and your warehousing and things?
So with the lenses, we stock the lenses, and especially there are some lenses that are how do you say, astigmatism lenses.
Okay.
takes
So
a while.
What does
yeah.
that mean? Can you explain?
It's a lens where you have a spherical power and cylindrical power. It's not a regular lens. I wear regular lenses. For instance, Payam does not.
Okay.
So his power also fluctuates. It goes sometimes higher, sometimes
So right now
lower.
I'm wearing lenses. So
Okay.
yeah, so these lenses really take time to order.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these lenses, we also stock these lenses. Of course, we've taken the advice from our optometrist, and he's recommended us
That these.
which lenses here in the UAE, the powers would
Are
sell
used more.
Okay.
are used more
Okay.
often.
Okay.
So we've stocked
So we stock those.
Yeah. Okay.
So we have it because it takes literally 2 to 3 weeks. It can go more sometimes to order.
Yeah.
So it's not just us. For everyone is that.
Yeah,
So it
okay.
takes a long time to order. Yeah.
Okay.
So we stock those. Yeah.
Okay. So the design of the business, are there any synergies between the existing business in terms of delivery logistics, or did you have to kind of re-engineer how you build a digital business?
No, not really. I mean, like everything was done for us by the IT guys. So
Yeah.
they've created the whole backend, which is very simple. Every department knows once the order comes in, customer has been verified. Dispatch unit takes care of the product, then goes the delivery. So we've
Okay.
made it very simple.
And you do that yourself. You do the. What sort of third parties do you use?
So we do have a third-party courier company for the other Emirates. We
Yeah.
handle
Dubai.
Dubai.
Yeah.
We have another one.
Because it takes 24 hours to max 2 days to reach.
Okay.
But
24
mostly
hours.
Not bad.
24 hours.
Not
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, it's
Like,
not international. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we've
good.
because there are other courier companies that would take 4 or 5 days, but we made sure that
It reaches
whoever we partner up with
fast.
would take 24 hours. And yeah.
Okay. And there's still no fee on that.
Yeah.
And how do you do? So, did you have to set up a different license, and did you use a different digital free zone? And how did you go about that?
Yeah, so that's another tricky part.
Yeah.
They had to learn as you went.
Yeah. So we had to
So much
go
to
to
learn.
where, like when we went to DED, we had to. We kept explaining them
Because
the
it wasn't a
idea.
thing back then, e-commerce.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
had to explain like, what's happening? You know, like
We kept explaining the idea, and then they were like, "Okay, no, you need this license, or you need that license." And
Okay.
then finally, because one of our friends, he also works there, and then he finally understood the whole idea, and then he told us what license to get, and you would also need an approval from the Dubai Health Authority.
because it's
Yeah.
medical. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
The clinical aspect. Yeah.
technical aspect. Yeah.
So we got that done as well.
Okay. So, it's similar. If we're setting up a media business, you can get the right license, but you still need National Media Council approval.
Yeah.
You know, just so you're accredited with
Yeah.
that you're doing, that you're responsible to do what you're doing. So, basically, and since you set it up, there's now new sort of e-commerce free zones, and
Yes.
there's a lot more movement in that
There's
space.
an e-commerce city right now.
Yeah.
Like how we're talking, like every retail store wants to just open an e-commerce. It's not
Yeah.
just like that.
Yeah.
You really have to go through the rules and regulations, or DED, or DHA. A lot just open it. It's not like that. It's very
Yeah.
important.
So I'm not sure
Yeah.
now with the whole, like you said, e-commerce city. I'm not sure what licenses do they require, because we're still in mainland, right? Our license from mainland, and for us, we needed the DHA approval, which is also, I'm not sure if you get it in a free zone, but with e-commerce city, I think it's a totally different
It's different now.
Yeah.
license.
So,
that's required.
But like even the different free zones could have e-commerce companies in them as well,
Yeah,
depending on the category they're playing in. It might be, and if they're in this space, then they would need different approvals as well. And has it been profitable? How's it gone? Yeah, of
course.
It's of course the operations guy. No problem. Leave that to me. So that's good though, right? Because often, like you obviously did it, the tech part smart. You didn't burn through lots of cash or whatever, and you were able to. But so if you do the tech part smart, if you know the industry, you know the stock, you can make margins, you can make profits.
Yeah, and it's very
You don't have to wait
important.
50 years.
Like we're speaking with Ziad, there's a lot who come, like put all the money, like all in, like they spend a lot. It's very important here, that's why we're saying e-commerce is not easy, like from marketing wise. You gotta see what's happening and where to spend. It's not just like boom and then that's it, it goes up. No, it's very important,
For us, we've been fortunate enough because we knew all about the product, and we knew the customer behavior, the trends of eyewear. So we knew where to focus. Yes, there will be companies as well who would want to enter this business, but if they do not have the expertise, like I said, the products that you need to stock, they might stock everything.
Yeah,
And
that's why we
not,
say
it may not sell in
we
this
see what-
region.
You see what the demand is.
yeah,
Supply
what the
and
demand is. Yeah, you
basically,
can't just stock up because
Yeah.
they have expiry dates.
Yeah.
So when that reaches
Contact
close,
lenses, yeah.
you can't sell it. You can't take it back to the company. You know, so it's not like that. So that's why it's very important. Yeah.
Inventory management is very important.
Yeah.
And of your revenue at the moment, what's the breakdown between contact lenses, prescription glasses, and sunglasses?
Mostly medical lenses, I would say, the highest.
The highest medical lenses, as in contact lenses, or lenses in general?
So medical lenses and colored lenses are two different. So I would say medical lenses.
Okay, it's the highest.
And the color also
Percentage.
moves a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, due to in Middle East, I mean, makeup is like a going crazy.
Yeah, beauty's
So
crazy,
beauty is like very important. So
yeah.
and
People change their lenses based on their
yes,
makeup.
yeah. And we have a lot of
Seems natural, but yeah.
like Arab celebrities, like we have Maya Diab and we have Haifa Wahbi.
They started
really?
And they started their own thing,
contact lens company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
they have started their own contact lens company?
yeah.
Okay.
So it's a thing here in the GCC, let's say.
So competitors to you guys.
Yeah.
You just get famous guys.
No,
No,
competitors.
not competitors.
They've got their own brands.
They got their
Yeah.
own brands.
So
Okay.
we sell their brands.
We sell their brands.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
You stock their brand.
We stock their brands too. Yeah.
That's really smart.
So that's something you won't get probably outside the GCC, and that's why we've been getting orders from Canada, from America for these lenses, because we have Arabs there as well, right?
Because
But
you
they
know how
have no
everybody's
access-
going abroad, so
Yeah,
they have no
definitely.
access to these lenses.
And now they can through your platform. That's really
Yes.
good. I was going to ask, how do you source your lenses? But it's a mix. You can get it from a supplier, but you can also get it from partners and different brands, labels.
We get it from the suppliers.
Yeah.
So like all these Arab celebrities who have their contact lens brands, they have given it to official suppliers here, official distributors here in the region. So we get it from the official distributors.
Okay. And Ziad, you're in the marketing side of things. How do you go about marketing for an e-commerce company without giving away all your secrets? But what's the kind of general approach?
Social media.
Yeah.
Social media, of
different
course.
platforms,
Yeah.
So of course,
Along with social media,
Paid social, organic, performance marketing. Are you on everything? Do you do
we're on everything.
Snapchat?
On everything,
do you do
yeah.
TikTok?
so Snapchat's not in our scope at the moment, but TikTok is.
so TikTok, Instagram, Facebook,
Yeah.
So we're all
And Google and maybe
of course, Google is
YouTube
of
and
course,
things like that.
YouTube,
And so basically 100% of your marketing budget goes online. You put videos up or content to show the product, and then you talk about offers and you talk about benefits and things like that. Very good, and it's working well.
It's working.
It's working well. And again, here also like to spend money on these. It's very important where and what the trend is today. Like today, like TikTok is growing.
Yeah.
So you spend here. So you have to very important to see, not just put it all on TikTok or on Instagram. It's very important. So
and you learn, we do the same, like just to test, because you learn so many different things on each
and
one.
it's changing every day. So
The numbers are different.
numbers are different.
And people, and if you're early on these things, you can actually get better traction, cheaper ads.
Cheaper
Yes.
ads.
Yeah, interesting. Cool, good approach. So talking a little bit more about the wider category, and how do you see the wider category? How do you see the trends? We had one of the previous podcasts was in the space, in the optical space. It was with Hoppy, who are direct to consumer. That's when I learned a digital native vertical brand, DNVB, in terms of contact lenses.
Okay.
And then we see big companies around the world. I was in New York a few years ago, and I bought a Warby Parker.
Warby Parker, yes.
Who are famous in this sort of space, right? In terms of online and offline together and customer service. And they're still following up with me.
Okay, that's nice.
But it's impressive to see sort of different competitors, different industry. How do you how would you describe the status quo in the optical space, other than say offline, bricks and mortar, and e-commerce? How do you look at it overall?
The trends.
Yeah, the industry, like where are we going? Are we all like when I was in the UK, I worked on Specsavers, which had 700 stores in the UK. That was 10, 12 years ago. Is that still the case, or are these brands being overtaken? What's the industry like?
Of course, the e-commerce in general is increasing, but the optical industry as well. I would say they're also getting a bit bigger right now, as they're all transforming to e-commerce. I'm not sure about retail outlets, if they're gonna be there in the coming few years, or they might decrease their retail outlets around the world. But in terms of eyewear, as you can see, we're still in a pandemic right now. It's still COVID.
Yeah.
And all of us have extra hours on screen time. So we're using anti-blue light blocking lenses. The awareness of anti-blue light blocking lenses right now is crazy.
It's going back.
All optical stores.
So I don't need glasses, but I should wear them, is what you're saying.
Yes.
The thing is,
educate myself.
most, tablets, or you can say computer, phones, and TV.
Blue light.
Like this new generation, due to COVID, of course, a lot of people work from home. It's been used a lot, So, it's crazy. Some devices like phones, they have protection.
Yeah.
Where you can just with a click, but of course TVs don't have them, computers, so it's very important.
What's the dangers? What's the awareness? What don't I know about blue light?
Okay, because if you spend extra hours on your screen,
every waking moment,
it will probably give you a migraine.
Okay.
It will probably make you end up wearing glasses.
Why is that? Because what
it's artificial
effect?
light.
Okay.
It's artificial light.
Okay.
And it's these rays that come in that are in contact with your eyes that will somehow ruin your vision. So you need those glasses to protect them.
Because we're non-stop looking at the screen. We don't rest, or how do you call it? It's like just continue, especially on this. We're always on the.
And you have all these big companies right now. You've got Essilor, you've got Kodak, you have Egma. These companies, they've all introduced these anti-blue light blocking lenses about a couple of years ago.
Do your lenses now, guys, have that feature?
So we've got two options.
Yeah.
We have the regular lenses, which is quite budget friendly, and then we've got the anti-blue light blocking lenses. The difference is when you wear the anti-blue light blocking lenses, there's a slight yellowish tint, a very slight. You might not notice it if it's the first time you're wearing glasses, but if you're a regular user of glasses, you will notice it. The other lenses are really clear. The blue light has a slight color effect in it.
But contact lenses are I'm going to say annoying, as in you have to remind to put them in. They're difficult. I kind of lucky that I don't have to wear them. But you're saying maybe I should think about wearing them in the future if I'm on the screen a lot.
Not contact lenses.
Not contact lenses.
Okay.
Yeah, the actual
Anti-blue light blocking lenses.
What are they? But they go in the
no, the actual, no, the actual frames.
They're the
They're frames.
Yeah,
Okay,
the frames.
okay.
Yeah.
So to wear glasses.
Yeah, glasses. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to skip to something on this point, which has been in the kind of techie space in the last week or so. Mark Zuckerberg is talking about the metaverse, which is basically more virtual world stuff. And he says that by the end of this decade, basically, they're going to figure out how to put a whole computer into glasses. But that's what they haven't figured out yet. The reason why we're not headsets, the reason why we're not wearing it is because they're not cool, but glasses are cool. And that once they figure out, like they did with the phone, to put a computer into things, that we'll all be wearing these things. So I could imagine that then I would be wearing it. So it's got more information and more addiction. But is that so? So that potentially could kind of marry together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Could be.
That sort of trend.
I believe there are those Google glasses as well.
Yeah.
Now.
But Google glasses, and then a lot of companies tried this stuff, right? Like Snap tried spectacles, and now there's a lot of VR headset stuff coming. But maybe glasses, digitalized. It's the wearable trend, isn't it?
There's something new as well that's a very unique concept. Do you know about transition lenses?
Not really.
Okay,
No, not at all.
These are those glasses that are pretty clear, crystal clear
Okay.
in the office. The moment
Oh,
you
yeah,
step
yeah.
out,
I do. Yeah, I wear them
they
when
become
I
sunglasses.
when I do triathlon. I have these. Yeah.
Yeah, but they've introduced that in lenses, in contact lenses.
Okay.
So it's crystal clear
That's
in
smart.
the office,
Yeah.
inside your eye. But when you step out, it turns to another color.
Yeah.
AccuView actually introduced that in contact lenses.
Okay.
So it's the only contact lens right now out there from AccuView.
Okay.
So it's a very smart technology, and AccuView always comes up with different technologies, to
Yeah.
enhance their contact lenses.
A lot of innovation. So AccuView, forgive my ignorance, they're a leading provider in the optical
they're
space. Okay.
leading contact lens brand.
Okay. And is there any other things in the industry in this region? Is there any other sort of trends? Is there more manufacturing taking place here than did in the past, or in terms of your suppliers? Are there any other things?
Manufacture here? No, they don't really manufacture here. See, most of it is manufactured in Italy, and now I would say a lot of the brands are manufacturing them in China as well. Yeah, the parts are from Italy, but they're assembled in China.
Could you imagine an opportunity for manufacturing in
That
the
would be
region?
great.
Yeah, of course.
That
Yeah.
would be really
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if we have the capabilities here, that would be amazing to manufacture something
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, interesting. So, again on the industry, so you do the e-commerce part. How do you see these sort of direct-to-consumer brands? Is that a competitor? Do you think, how do you kind of view those?
Yeah, they're always competitors.
Yeah.
Like here,
But they do something different.
they do something different. We also do it a different way. We have our key features why we're different from them, but at the end of the day, the way you target the customers and get their attention, that needs to be really well done. So you need to have a really good marketing team to grab hold of your customers. A lot of awareness is required.
Okay, but so once you have the attention of the customers, is it because that you do that sort of you do that assessment, or you give them what they need and you follow up? But then again, we talked about earlier of the requirement to go physically in store and to bring the glasses to the person. But there's also a lot of trends with sort of virtual consultations.
Consultations.
Yeah.
So we do that.
Okay.
Basically, we didn't promote that or anything, but a lot of our customers do talk to us on WhatsApp.
We have it on the website. So
Yeah.
you go on the bottom right. You
Yeah.
have one in English and one in Arabic.
Yeah.
So have an Arabic person speaking to you,
Okay.
or you could choose English.
How do you service that? Do you have many teams sitting around? Do you have many people logged into business WhatsApp?
So we have we have an Arabic representative. We have an English representative. They're logged into the WhatsApp 24/7. By the way, even while they're sleeping, it brings in the.
Oh no, they have to wake up.
Yeah,
you don't
they
have
have to
nighttime
wake
people.
up.
That's for the 4 hours, right?
Yeah.
So how many staff is there overall?
We're in total we're 20.
Okay, that's a lot. That's good to be profitable after 2 years with 20 staff. Well done.
And with the customers, like we said, we have Arabic, we have English. We also have an optometrist. So in case if a customer does need consultation, we give him an appointment and we let him talk to the optometrist, which is free of charge. But as long as he wants to get an eye test, then we send him to the actual hospital.
Okay, and so what sort of things would they be asking about? Like all sorts of questions.
So first of all, of course, they would want to compare brands, and we would want to check which brand would be suitable for them. Also, when they give their prescription to the optometrist, they would ask which lens would be suitable. Because when you have your prescription, if you have an astigmatism prescription or a prescription with a really high power, like Mr. Payam has,
I had 12 and 10 lenses.
Yeah.
So they have to keep on changing and suddenly.
so you definitely need
So it's
the
very
help.
important. It's not really need help. You can't just give any brand to that person.
Okay.
So here,
You would need the help of the of the optometrist.
Yeah.
Like he's changed 4 or 5 brands over a month because he's not comfortable.
Okay.
So
So you're the tester basically, you know. But you must know the products really well, like and then it is a lot to do with the brand trust and things like
Like the
that.
one I'm wearing now is like since 8 o'clock, and then later I can go to the gym, unboxing and
now you're wearing
And you can wear the same one.
clarity. Yeah,
Sorry.
He's
it's
wearing
called
clarity.
clarity.
right
It's
now.
called clarity. So
That's
it's
the
this
brand.
morning, and then I go do boxing, and then go home, and I can stay on the computer, watch TV, and then before I sleep, I just remove it.
And whereas it with a lesser product or lesser brands, you have to change it during the day or you feel pain or whatever.
No, it's very comfortable. Right?
This one, yeah.
Yeah, the one I have.
This one, but if it's a lesser brand, what's gonna happen is he might feel like there's something on his eye.
Like an irritation. It's like you have a hair or a lash or how do you call it?
Ah,
So
okay.
it won't
you
be
gotta-
as comfortable as
Yeah.
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 But of
Interesting.
course, like even though like when we talk about lenses, like these colorful ones, you don't wear it the whole day. Like when you go to an event or to a party, or you remove it. It's not that they're bad if it's irritating. Yeah, it depends on eye to eye. So it's very important. Like when Ziad says here, like we have to really speak to the person.
Okay.
Yeah, what they actually wear, and then what we can suggest.
Okay, fine. And the brands that you've mentioned, I don't recognize them. So they're more of the medical, clinical type lenses. They're not the sort of designer eyewear brands.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do designer eyewear brands also have the lenses, the prescribed lenses?
Yeah. So designer eyewear brands, those are the frames.
Yeah.
And then we have the option on the side as well. You could choose the lens you wanna wear with the frame.
So you provide that as
Yeah,
well?
we provide that as well.
Okay.
And we've teamed up with all the known companies here for the lenses that fit in the frames. And it depends on the customers what they like. Most of the customers who want to get these frames already have a prescription and already have advice from their optometrists which lenses to use. So they just let us know the brand.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you match. You obviously have the lens, and you put it together, and you do deliver it to them, and they like it.
Yeah.
They pick all 4.
Yeah.
So, can you just going back on the kind of industry and ecosystem? Who are the dominant players in the optical space in the region?
E-commerce or
Offline, like
Offline.
who is it? Al Moghrabi? Are they?
Maghrabi,
Maghrabi,
Yes.
yeah, team.
The team.
Your team.
Yeah,
So it's 2 big players.
players.
And do they have full regional penetration? Are they in most countries in the Gulf?
They're in
and the,
most
Gulf
countries in the
regions,
Gulf.
yeah. Okay. And are they making moves into the digital space? Do you work with them?
At the moment, yeah, we work with them.
Yeah.
But no, they're not. They are trying to, but we'll see how.
Yeah.
How it goes, yeah.
So they've got such physical footprint across the region that's doing quite well for them.
Yeah.
And then gradually.
I would say they're very comfortable or happy with their retail presence, and I think they would prefer
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Okay. And so I'm sure they are doing some digital stuff, but and then for the e-commerce players, for the big ones, are there any competitors in solely optical space, or are we talking about kind of Noon and Amazon?
No.
No.
I wouldn't say Noon or Amazon
Are
to
competitors.
compete with, yeah.
But is there any? Yeah.
There are competitors. There's Iowa.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've raised some money, haven't they? I always see them in the
lot of
news.
money.
Yeah. So how much have they raised? Or we can check, but yeah. So they've raised a couple of million,
Yeah.
and they're basically doing what you're doing.
Yeah, so they're doing what we're doing. I think their presence is here in Saudi Arabia as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
So how do you keep pace with them?
Honestly, their strategy is a bit different because they're online, but now they're focusing on offline as in retail outlets. But we were originally on offline, and now we're focusing online.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's 2 different strategies and opposites.
Yeah. So a lot of companies do that, don't they? Like having that physical presence or the touch point with the customer, even during the pandemic, is really important.
It is.
Speaking of the pandemic, how did you find it last year? I shouldn't laugh, but how did you find the business aspect of the pandemic? And
We had of course, to the law. We have a lot of rules and regulations.
Yeah.
So our drivers have to get permit to go and deliver.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was hard, of course, but it wasn't easy. And then, of course, sanitizing the product. And then, of course, we had to be the gloves and the mask, and we had these awarenesses.
Yeah.
And it was very important because at the end, the product, the cardboard, you can't spray right exactly at them because it's alcohol. So on the product, so it was very, we have to take care, and we, of course, it's ongoing now. We still sanitize before we fill.
Yeah.
And then we have the contactless.
Yeah,
delivery.
we definitely introduced contactless delivery because our customers were asking about it. They were like, make sure no one hands them over.
So they would drop it, sanitize, and then stay away.
Yeah.
So
they would stay away. We had a couple of I remember customers who were in quarantine because they were positive. So they also, for the safety of our drivers, they would say like, give us contactless delivery.
Yeah.
And
drop it on the floor.
We had the tourists, remember, they got stuck here, and then they didn't have lenses, so they ordered from us. They were stuck in the hotel. So we dropped them. They were happy.
Then we introduced because we weren't sure how long the lockdown would go for, so we introduced a budget-friendly offer for customers for 4 months supply of lenses, which was a big hit for us. We also what we also did was we introduced a lot of awareness campaigns for like stay at home and just order online, and it went really well. Like honestly, we had a high number of orders during the lockdown, so we were really busy.
Okay,
and
good.
due to COVID as well, of course, the supply and demand. So we had to stock up, like what Ziad was saying. So before having to know what lenses they need, we stock up.
Yeah.
So because we couldn't get orders from abroad.
Yeah.
So it was a.
You were waiting months and things for stock to come through.
We were waiting,
but of course we had stocked up already from before.
Great.
Because we know what the customer really wants.
Yeah.
In the region,
So because obviously people can't go to the store as much in the middle of last year, they can now. You actually did well business wise, and you kind of kicked on from there.
Yeah. We what we also did was which is very interesting. The malls were closed. Yeah. And the people were still working. Although it's a lockdown, they were working online. So there were customers who had the frames, but since they weren't using their glasses a lot, because maybe they weren't using their computer a lot, now they had to, so they wanted to replace their lenses because they were scratched and stuff. We had that service as well, because we knew that the malls were closed, the optical stores were closed. So like,
you knew what the trends would be and the work from home sort of things, and
so
amazing consumer behavior changes, and obviously e-commerce was rising, so you're kind of well placed for that. Okay, looking towards the future, but first of all, I haven't asked a personal question. You guys know each other a long time. Do you ever have arguments?
Not that I remember.
Not that much.
Because you're both. We introduced you as both co-founders. You don't have separate titles. There's obviously not egos here.
No egos here.
That's hard, right?
We're not really. Honestly, we're like brothers.
Yeah.
So we grew up like.
No one gets greedy. No one wants to own the whole company.
When like Ziad sitting in the chair by the table, I sit by the window, and then Ziad's looking at me. The ghost. We don't have that thing. We're cool. Like we're just sitting. Like I don't know how do you say like.
We don't really have the different roles and stuff.
Okay. Well, that's nice. It's refreshing to see. Yeah. Well done. Okay. Cool. And looking at the future, then, firstly, a general question. So, you guys know the city, this country very well. 2021, looking at post-pandemic 2022, are you optimistic about the region? Do you think that this Middle East market will be an emerging market? Are you optimistic about the economic outlook?
Definitely, yes. I would say, doing business here would be a plus point, and as you can see, every year UAE comes up with something new that makes it easier for businesses to start their operations here. So yes, there will be an emerging market, and it will also Expo is also something that's going to bring a lot of new businesses here as well.
True, and great to hear. And in terms of the expansion for ADASAT, are you going into other countries in the region?
Right now, we do internationally. We're thinking of it. Of course, we have custom orders.
Yeah.
But yes, of course, we're planning to grow international.
But because you have Arabic, like in terms of logistics, so some of your ads per se, do you target other Gulf countries?
Yeah.
Do you deliver there on purpose? And
yes, what we're doing right now is first of all, like our website has shipping within the UAE at the moment, and like I mentioned, we did have customers who wanted to make orders from America, from Canada.
Bosnia, Italy,
So we made custom orders because they contacted us through WhatsApp. Now the second phase is we're launching international shipping.
Yeah.
Within the coming months, and after international shipping is done, we will be concentrating on other Gulf countries, and our ads will also be visible there.
Okay. Yeah. But it's a global place, so whatever anyone picks it up. But in terms of branding and awareness,
Saudi is also another city that another country that we're looking into right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you sort of decide to target a new market rather than the sort of organic, good SEO people find you from other places. Yeah. How do you go about that? Do you think you need people on the ground? Do you need different licenses?
Of course. We would need people on the ground. We would need our office there as well. But we're still looking into it because honestly, UAE, especially Dubai, I think you could have your hub here and just do business.
Yeah.
That's what we're debating at right now because we find it more easier here than opening up in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
But we're still looking at the pros and cons.
Okay.
If we should or not.
But it's very easy, like how Ziad is saying. It's not just like the e-commerce in general, opening a business.
Yeah.
Like Dubai in general or UAE. They've made in such a way that a lot of people come, to open up businesses here.
Yeah.
They have made it so easy. I mean, today it's gone smart, of course.
Yeah.
And I can open the license easily. I mean, they made it in a way like it's not, open the license and start your business.
And there's a lot of paperwork, but there's also a lot of people helping. There's a lot of support.
It's very a lot of people helping.
Yeah, definitely. It's good for entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I think positive note to finish on. It's an exciting story. I'm sure there'll be lots of innovation. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. And thanks for sharing the story of ADASAT.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm Richard Fitzgerald. This is Dubai Works, where we interview the business leaders making a difference in this great city.
That business with scalability was very interesting to me.
I like building something that has legacy.
So much. It's kind of like, but then I put myself in the listener's view and it kind of asked a bit stupid questions. But that was good.